2 hours later that I haven't said a word for the last 6 games.
Yeah. So Chompy spawning on the left, and Xicho spawning in the bottom position. Their overlords are going to go say hi to each other. Just waiting for the big climactic moment here.
The suspense is killing me.
Will they touch? Yes. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Neither one trying anything sneaky like going around back.
Yep. Gonna see how these two players open up. Not much to say about Zerg early game, just, producing drones, producing overlords when you need them. Wait for the first tech structure to go down.
There's really not much you can say about anyone's early game other than that. Though you do occasionally see earlier production structures from Terran, maybe Protoss, but certainly less likely for Protoss.
You do at least see the supply depot or pylon location, as opposed to Zerg. But we have, both spawning pools going down within 5 seconds of each other. So nothing too there, both at...
Chompy's kind of an odd spot.
Yeah. Xicho got his gas a little bit before Chompy. Gonna have maybe one round of harvesting before he does. If that is gonna make a difference or not, we'll see. Neither player are expanding though, so we're going to see some one-base play, unless they choose to do that right now.
Do have Chompy with an overlord out in front of his natural, just making sure nothing gets by without him knowing.
Yeah, Xicho on the other hand, choosing to put his overlord more in the middle of the map between the two bases.
Decent spot for vision, but there is a route around that if is anticipating it.
Right. Xicho is making 4 Zerglings, whereas Chompy is going for a Roachworn instead, so we finally see some deviation. So we'll see if this is an early attack by Xicho, or if he just wants to feel safe. Chompy's Overlord did see those Zerglings spawn, though, so he will be prepared for them, hopefully.
You're getting Zergling speed as well.
Yeah. Roachworn about to finish for Chompy, and a Roachworn just going right down now for our Challenger Zerg.
Speedling upgrade does take quite a while, so any aggression we see may not come for a minute or so.
It does look like the Zerglings are inching forward. We have one Roach about to get out for orange. I think that and the Queen might be enough to stop this. Probably just going to scout a little bit with these Zerglings. Yep, just backing right off with them. Going to run around the base, see what's there.
Getting a few
both players,
Roach, but both players avoiding any kind of permanent damage to their forces.
Yeah, both players just playing very cautiously. We have first creep tumor going down from Chompy. Last game he was very good about spreading his creep, so hopefully we'll see that again. And it looks like an expand is about to go down. Xicho, on the other hand, going one base lair, so we'll see if he'll go quick mutas and see if he can do damage with that, or perhaps Roach Hydra. There's many tech options he could do with that, but he will be teched up.
Xicho does have both extractors working, whereas Chompy doesn't even have his second extractor.
Yeah, lairs is now finished.
Chompy's base looks like they're going to get picked off.
Chompy starting on his lair. We'll see what Xicho chooses to make here, now that he has a lair tech.
Moving to expand.
And an Evo chamber coming down here for Chompy. So both players now have a Roach Zergling force, although I believe Chompy does not have speed upgrade. Oh, and he does not actually have Zergling, so it's Roach Speedling against Roaches. Missile attacks going up pretty quickly, just like he did last game. And a Spire.
Getting a Spire.
Yeah. Chompy is now getting that second gas, which will bring him even with Xicho. And a Spore Crawler, so he will be ready for these mutas.
Chompy second base getting some drones from the first base. Xicho's not quite done yet. That may put him at a disadvantage, even if he does go quick Mutalisks.
Yeah, Spore Crawler coming up here at the expansion for Chompy, along with his second Evo Chamber. Spire's still not done yet. Takes pretty much forever to build. Also good Evo Chamber here. He's getting a second Queen for his expansion here. Has not brought any drones over yet, so Chompy has had this expansion up a good while longer than his opponent. Getting Overlord speed.
Xicho droning up to potentially move to his expansion. He's got 4 drones in production right now, but nothing actually coming up at his natural.
Yeah, both players droning up right now. Haven't seen any direct confrontation yet this game. Although, Xicho is moving his army forward. Has this Xel Naga tower under his control. And the first round of mutas are coming out.
Xicho getting some mutas popping now more in the pipe.
Yeah, Chompy now researching Overlord drop to go with his speed.
Chompy also has a nice force of roaches out. Evolution Chamber working on ground armor.
The Mutalisks are now out on the field. I'm going to poke around, see if they can do anything. Just sniping an Overlord, it looks like. Does have the speed research finished, but it will not save it.
Mutalisks are some of the fastest units on the field, so there's not much that's going to be able to escape them.
Yeah. So we have 6 Mutalisks out right now. You can see in the drone count now, though, 42 drones for Chompy as compared to 28 for Xicho. He's going to pull ahead very shortly if Xicho does not get his economy up to match that.
And Chompy does have a number of Spore Crawlers set up around the perimeter of his base.
Just poking into his army here. We'll see if he engages or not. Just going to pull back out, it looks like.
Looks like the two armies about the same in food count, but actually no, I take that back. Xicho, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Xicho's army looks to be larger due to his smaller drone count, but
yeah, and he has just popped out 6 more roaches, so he's just completely, ignoring his economy and going for this attack now. Chompy a little bit oversaturated at this expansion now. Still coming in with these Mutalisks, trying to do some harassment. He did take out, it was either a Spine Crawler or a Spore Crawler. I did not get to click on it before it died, but he now has a large mass of roaches with a few speedlings, so I think he's going to engage here.
Chompy does have some Spine Crawlers about to pop. One in the north and one in the south is natural.
And 16 speedlings about to come reinforce this army here, along with a few more mutas. Hydrodesk going down for Chompy. And Chompy ahead in the upgrades, just like he was last game. Going for +2 attack and +2 armor right now.
And Xicho no upgrades for his Mutalisks at all.
It looks like we will be seeing an engage here. Speedlings run in with the roaches. The mutas are just standing back, not sure what they're doing. Not very much there can actually hit the Mutalisks. Just decides to pull back though.
Thought there were there are a couple Spore Crawlers in the area, but I don't think they were close enough to actually hit the Mutalisks.
No. Hydralisk then is now done. The +1 range for Hydrals is now being researched, and 5 Hydrals coming out. Going to help a lot against those Mutalisks.
Chompy picking up his roaches with Overlords. We may see a drop in the back of the Xicho's base.
Yeah, no. Changing his mind, it looks like. Or being a little bit indecisive, but I think he will be moving out with this. And plenty of extra Overlords there, so if the mutas spot it, they won't know which ones to target. Good planning there from Chompy. Gonna swing around the back. Xicho, though, has spread out his overlords quite nicely for vision, though, so he will see this coming beforehand. We'll see if he can react quick enough. Yeah. Both players getting infestation pits, 1 in-game second away from each other. And 20 speedlings about to pop out here for Xicho. Will it be enough? Will he move back his army? Oh. Queen goes down so fast. Sorry, I can't really see the action with the overlords over, but they're just tearing that up. Xicho now moving this army back, but it's too late, really, to save this base.
He's gonna lose this lair.
Yeah, I mean, those roaches are all dead.
There goes down. Speedling's coming in with more roaches and mules to support, but these roaches aren't going to survive eventually, but they are going to take out a huge amount of Xicho's base.
Yeah, took it. Yeah, it's a very effective attack, I think. I mean, he knew going in the roaches were going to die from the mutas, but he took out a lair, took out a spire, which takes forever to build, puts him in a great position, 2 base to 1. Xicho is remaking his lair now, but not much he can do at this point, I don't think. Chompy again doing a great job of spreading out this creep throughout the map.
I think Xicho is going to need to attack, try and do something about this, or else he's not going to last much longer. Though it does look like Chompy has replenished most of his army already, sitting at 133 food.
Yeah, he's got a Roach Hydra Force now, and he is researching Hive, so we might get to see Ultralisks, or maybe Broodlords. Although, never mind, he does not have a Spire, so probably not Broodlords. Ultralisks, though, always fun to see. Yeah, this is going to be very bad. Xicho had a little bit of a better concave there, so Chompy just backed off, but he has the much larger force, and with those Hydras in the back, his Roach is so much stronger than his opponents. Also ahead in the +2/+2 upgrades to +2/+0. Yeah. And they had even amount of roaches there, but the Hydra is just doing so much damage there from the back, and it looks like he's loading up for another drop.
Xicho not really able to recover at this point, sitting at only 25 food, has about 8 Zerglings. Able to do anything at this point.
Yeah, does take this third base here, kind of a desperation move, but he needs to see what he can do to get back in this game.
Roaches coming
Chompy.
in, these overlords, not even worrying about any kind of air defense. Extra overlords.
Yeah, even bringing in the queen.